Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the RPM Studio family, because here we bring you the most exciting car reviews, classic throwbacks, and modern performance icons. You don't want to miss what's coming up next. Now, let's talk about one of the most legendary muscle cars ever built, the 1970 Pontiac Trans AM. When the Trans AM debuted in 1970, it wasn't just another car, it was a statement. The second generation of the Firebird arrived with bold styling and a personality that would become a true icon of American muscle. The Trans AM was the top-of-the-line performance model, and in 1970, it set the stage for everything that followed in Pontiac's performance legacy. Let's start with the exterior. Even standing still, the 1970 Trans AM looks like it's ready to race. That aggressive front end with its split grille and twin headlights instantly grabs attention. The signature shaker hood scoop, which literally shakes with the engine's heartbeat, gave this car an identity all its own. The body lines are muscular but refined, with wide fender flares, a rear spoiler, and those iconic racing stripes that ran across the hood and trunk. The look screamed performance, and even today, it turns heads like few classics can. Step inside, and the Trans AM greeted drivers with an interior that was simple yet driver-focused. Pontiac wanted you to feel like you were in command of a performance machine, not just cruising down the road. The dashboard was wrapped around the driver with a full set of gauges that gave you everything from speed to RPMs at a glance. Bucket seats came standard, providing a sporty feel, and while the interior wasn't filled with luxury, it had the right mix of comfort and purpose. You had space for four, but let's be honest, the Trans AM was designed for the person behind the wheel. Now, performance is where this car truly shines. Under the hood of the 1970 Pontiac Trans AM, you had two main choices, the Ram Air 3 and the Ram Air IV 400 cubic inch V8 engines. The Ram Air 3 delivered around 345 horsepower, while the Ram Air IV cranked things up to 370 horsepower. And remember, this was in the days before emissions restrictions really started cutting power. These engines were raw, loud, and full of character. Paired with either a 4-speed manual or a 3-speed automatic, the Trans AM was capable of quarter-mile times in the low 14s, which was seriously quick for the era. The shaker scoop wasn't just for show, it actually helped feed fresh air into the carburetor, boosting performance. But what really set the 70 Trans AM apart from some of its muscle car rivals was its handling. Pontiac engineered a performance suspension that gave this car more agility than many expected. With thicker sway bars, better shocks, and wide tires, the Trans AM wasn't just a straight-line monster, it could handle the curves too. It was one of the first muscle cars to combine raw power with a more balanced driving experience, something enthusiasts really appreciated. Of course, we can't ignore the sound. Fire up that big V8 and you get a rumble that shakes your chest. It's a mechanical symphony of muscle car greatness, and it's part of the reason people still chase after these cars today. Now let's talk about prices, because if you're dreaming about owning one, you'll want to know what it takes. Back in 1970, a brand new Trans AM would have cost you somewhere around $4,300. Not cheap at the time, but considering what you got, it was a solid deal. Today, prices are a completely different story. Depending on condition, originality, and which engine it's packing, you could be looking at anywhere from $60,000 for a decent driver to well over $120,000 for a pristine example with the Ram Air IV. Rare options and low mileage can push values even higher. These cars have become serious collectibles, and they're only going up in value as enthusiasts continue to chase the glory days of American muscle. The 1970 Pontiac Trans AM isn't just a car, it's a legend. It represents a time when performance was raw, unfiltered, and built to thrill. From its aggressive styling and driver-focused interior to its powerful engines and surprisingly sharp handling, This car set the standard for what a muscle car could be. It wasn't perfect, but it didn't need to be. It was bold, loud, fast, and unforgettable. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the 1970 Trans AM, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your fellow car enthusiasts, and most importantly, subscribe to RPM Studio. We've got plenty more reviews of classics and modern machines coming your way, and you won't want to miss them. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep those engines revving.